All right, I want to talk right now about malpractice, about people, especially people with a lot of money. They think that they can, let's say they do something wrong. For instance, best example I guess I can just use for my situation. Um, After I was treated in the way that you guys who know about my cause and my page, after I was treated the way I was by City Barbecue, I guess I thought I was gonna go away and that nobody was going to hear me online. But as you guys can see, my Facebook page is growing. It's going to continue to grow because I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing. But so they didn't care about it for a little bit. I guess they thought, oh yeah, whatever. He's just talking. It's just some guy online. Ain't nobody gonna listen to him. Nobody gonna like his page. Nobody were. I don't know what they were thinking, but that's what I think they were thinking. And so once they started to see that it was getting a little bit for real, and sorry if I'm not proper as you want me to be, but I just talk the way it is and just tell it the way it is. So I guess when they thought I was being, when they saw that things were rising, my numbers, my views, and things like that, they decided to send me a letter from their lawyer, and the letter basically told me to where there were two letters, one of them I guess they got so nervous they even had to overnight it. So the first one was basically just a warning. Well, no, it was a threat, warning me to, I guess, stop what I'm doing or to. They're so dumb. Their lawyers or whoever in the company itself are so dumb that the first letter basically was a threat warning saying to stop doing certain things that I wasn't even doing, and so I guess they thought that little bit of paper, because it was from a law office from an attorney's office, that it was going to intimidate me. It was straight out of their law office or their attorney, whoever they have up there in Ohio. Whichever one of you punks out there in Ohio think I'm scared of you. It was from that person, and I guess they saw, oh well, he doesn't really care, but still, his pay, he can only talk about us for so long and so and so and so. But really, I can talk about these people, like I said, until the day I die, because they're that immature, they're that corrupted, they're that sick minded, that I can go on different subjects and different rants and just talk about them forever. And the reason why they can't touch me, even though they really want to, as badly as they can, as far as like law or like get me to take my page down, the reason why they can't do that is because they know that I know my rights online. And they know I know they know that I studied the Constitution, and that I know what I can and can't do. Not only do I know what I can and can't do, but when there are certain things that violate Facebook policy and certain things you're not allowed to post, Facebook will take it down for you. So you don't even have to really worry about if it's illegal or not. But I mean, always give the credit to the person that you are using the video for, just for backup, because people deserve, really, if deserve to get credit for what they do. But so always do that as well, because there are Facebook guidelines that tell you can't do certain things, but it also tells you how you can cover yourself in case you do certain things. And when it comes to entertainment, that's in educating purposes and stuff like that, you're pretty much fair use is pretty much your best bet. But always have a disclaimer at the top of your page, and always give people credit, or somewhere where people can know that you're not claiming credit for their work. You're not getting profit from their work. Always do this to cover yourself. Now, the second letter that they sent me was basically, this is malpractice at its finest. They sent me a threat with giving me an ultimatum or alternative or whatever, saying that if I didn't take my page down, my channel, if I didn't stop on my YouTube channel, and if I didn't stop doing things on my Facebook page, that they were going to take legal remedies against me in court. And so that pissed me off so much. I mean, I was so mad about that, because how dare you threaten somebody with legal action because they told people how you treated them. And the reason why I'm saying all these things, like to the main point of my story, is of this audio recording, is the main point is to let you know that don't be scared of these tactics from people. I don't care what kind of organization it is. It's just like a cop. I mean, if you have all proof and you have all like recordings, you have all these things with you on file. When you take it to court, a cop can say what they want. Just like they have video footage. If you have video footage as well, then they can say what they want. They can try to edit a tape. They can do all that stuff. But when you have your own, when you document this, see, this is where a lot of people mess up. They know, a lot of people know the truth about what happened to them, and even the person who did whatever they did to them knows what happened to them and knows that that person's telling the truth. But if that person can't prove it, and they can't back up everything they're saying, and they let their passion override it, and they just talk and say all these things, but they can't prove what they're saying, then they can get in trouble with the law. And a lot of people know this on the other side. I call it the enemy camp. The enemy camp is always knows this. That's why they hate when you record things, and they hate all these things, all such not ploys or tactics, but all such techniques that you use. They hate that. And that is the reason why they hate that, because they know that just as well as anything you say and do can be used against you in a court of law, it works the same way against them. Anything they say and do, especially if you have evidence of everything that they're saying and doing, can be used against them in the court of law. So their second letter, like I said, was that alternative or ultimatum letter telling me, and I hope I'm using the right word. Sometimes I know I'm not a genius, but it was these were the things that they were giving me, and it is an ultimatum that they gave me. So like I said, it really pissed me off, and I have the video of me replying to them, and they still have failed to fall through on taking me to court. So this is what people do here. If let's say you get fired from a job, and you know it was for no reason at all, and you know that you didn't do anything at all, when you go online and you start telling people about what happened to you, companies don't like that. Big companies, even small companies, they don't like that, because they know that they thought that they can get away with anything that they were doing to you. But once you go online, and especially if you're like an activist or you're somebody who knows how to work social media, they get nervous, and they get very mad, because they want to bully you and get you to take stuff down and coerce you into doing things that they think they have the power to make you do. But what you need to know is, first of all, have no fear of man. I'm not going to get biblical. I'm just saying, and never ever have a fear of a man. Every human being, every person on this earth will one day die. So what can they do to you? Even if they kill you, they're going to die too, sooner or later. So do not fear that's the number one advice that I'm going to give you, is never fear this. I don't care if it's coming from a judge. I don't care if it's coming from a lawyer. I don't care if it's coming from a cop. I don't care who it's coming from. All of these titles don't give these people the power to abuse power. And it sure doesn't give them power to do malpractice tactics against you to scare you into getting you to do whatever they want you to do. So number one thing is have no fear. Never have fear. And then when they do things like that, expose their little asses even more than you were doing before they sent you the letter. And that's why I got so heated and kept exposing them, and will keep exposing them, because the first threat, I was just like, okay, yeah, it's just a threat, whatever. But the second threat is what really pissed me off. Because if I responded to your first threat with laughs and more posts, what makes you think I'm going to bow down to a second threat? How idiotic can you be? So that's why the second threat is what really set me off, was when I was threatened the second time. And not just to city barbecue lawyers, but to all of you lawyers out there who think that you can do this to people, and you know that you don't have a case against somebody, and you think that just because you're a lawyer and you think that they might not have a lawyer, or they might not know a lawyer. See, I know a defense lawyer. Okay, I'm done talking to the lawyers for right now, but for everybody else, I know a defense lawyer personally. So I know what I'm doing is not wrong, or if they try to take me to court, that I have the world's best countersuit, and I actually have a good case. They know. So, and I know that. And see, if you need to know the law, so you can know that. But back to you punk behind lawyers who think that you can just do that to anybody you want. You do not deserve to be in any law of any court of law, or you don't deserve to be acting like you're standing up for justice and you're doing us a service. You're doing the United States of America a service, because you're not. You're a disgrace to the United States of America. You are a disgrace, scumbag, piece of trash. What you need to do is put your little clients in check and inform them in the law, and then inform yourself more about the law, which I know most of you guys already know this, but you don't care because you're just getting paid off of our dollars anyway, just like everybody else who works for you is getting paid off of our dollars. Actually, I don't even know if lawyers get paid off taxpayers' money. See, I don't say things that I don't know, but I know for sure that or I don't say, oh yeah, this is 100% sure if I don't, but I do know for sure that you people are a disgrace to this to the Constitution of the United States of America. I know that for sure. Because you know in your heart, you know common sense, you know when people are trying to get themselves out of a hole that they done dug and dug and dug and didn't care about digging, and because they thought that they could just accuse the little man, the little worker ant, of anything they wanted to, and then try to turn him into some kind of criminal and make him back down, but you got the wrong one. So, folks, people, everybody, whoever's listening, this is basically a video telling you about malpractice and telling you how these things go, because people will try to intimidate you like this in life. And a lot of people, they back down to these things because they're scared and they don't know anything about the law. And they think, oh, if I don't have a lawyer to tell me everything every step of the way, then I don't know what to do. Not trying to pick on you guys. You guys need to just inform. If you want to know what to do, inform yourself. Listen to powerful people who speak. Listen to people of the past who speak and were powerful in law and all these other things. Only the righteous people. Well, actually, listen to both sides of the story so you can see how much of a scumbag some people in our world are as far as when it comes to the law, and even though they know the law. Listen to all of it. Inform yourself. Always inform yourself. Always read. Always listen to all sides of every story. Always do these things, because I don't want you just to agree with everything I'm saying, or think that everything single thing I'm saying out of my mouth is the truth, because I say things to the best of my knowledge that I know is true. That doesn't mean that everything I'm saying is true. That doesn't mean that you can't have a different opinion. That doesn't mean that I just hate liars. That's when if you're coming at me and I know you're lying and I know you're just doing something for a certain reason, that's what I can't stand. Because when you do that and then try to say you're doing what you're doing for some righteous reason, that's what really gets under my skin. It makes me mad, because you're trying to play the victim when you are actually the criminal in a situation, and you know that you're the criminal, but you want to look good. So you try to pick on people, especially if you have a lot of money and you're a corporation, and you think that that gives you the right to pick on whoever you want to pick on after you've already picked on them. But you're not going to pick on somebody like me. But I'm not the only person in the world out here who knows these things, and I'm not the only person in the world who speaks like this, and I'm not the only person in the world who is offended by cowards like you.